Welcome to Doc's Cabin. I'm Jim Moore, and I'm honored to welcome Doc's family and friends today for his memorial service and the spreading of his ashes on Johnny Moore Mountain. This was a special place for Doc, and it's been a special place for me, and I'm honored that he entrusted me with caretaking this beautiful piece of God's country. And today, I just wanted to share a few of the memories that we had with Doc when we hunted here on Johnny Moore Mountain. You know, we leave a lot of things behind. We leave buildings, we leave jewelry, but the most precious thing we could ever leave is the memories we've shared with others. So today, I've asked a few of my brothers, my son, and one of my close associates to share their experiences with Doc. And I just can't say enough about Doc. He was a man that he gave, and you'll hear some of the things that he did today. And my brother's son was sharing with me about the first elk that he killed, and that Doc took one of those teeth and made a money clip for him. And that he didn't need to do that. But that's the type of man Doc was.
I remember Doc in the fondest of ways, memories. Basically, teaching my boys how to hunt, teaching me how to hunt a little bit up on the Johnny Moore, driving us around in his yellow Blazer, my wife and I and Jim, as he showed us the mountain. A huge elk runs out in front of us and bounds down the hill. That was a memory I'll still can't get out of my mind, that elk running down. It seemed like all the elk weren't afraid of his yellow Blazer. They were familiar with it. That's what he told us anyway.
I remember Doc and his wife always being the perfect host for my clients when we went up elk hunting at his place. It was the American Legion. We had about 4 or 5 generals, and we would go there after the morning hunt, and we would they would have the coffee and the bacon and the eggs and the ham. And there's also a memory that I have of Doc getting us in the truck, showing us where the elk were going to come out in the afternoon, in the evening. And he showed us all the good spots where he said they were going to come, but they didn't always come out where he said they were. But it was a lot of fun. It was a little scary riding with him in the, we never hit a tree or went off the cliff, but it was always an experience. And I really know that my brother Jim really enjoyed being around Doc, and my clients did too. And those are memories that I'll have for the rest of my life.
What I remember about Doc is when we were living in Walden, I was up there managing the restaurant, and my brother and sisters, Matt, Stephanie, and Chelsea, were younger. We went over to Doc's cabin that one time, and he had, apparently, we didn't know this, but he laid out some chocolate-covered almonds on the ground, and Matt, Stephanie, and Chelsea were real young, and he was like, "Hey, guys, look, I think there's been an elk here or something," and he bends down and he takes one and he pops it in his mouth, and my brother and sister's face were just like, "What?" He goes, "Oh yeah, they've been here real close." So that's one of the good memories I remember about Doc.
I have 2 fond memories of Doc Leahy. One goes back into 2003. I was there for the summer, and Doc was up at the cabin, and we had the opportunity to go on his Jeep and drive around the Johnny Moore and talk about different things and his history of his land. But one of the fond memories of that was when we went down to the ponds where he had his trout ponds, and he took my kids down and showed them a little bit what he was doing and how he had built those ponds, because they were very important to him. And he took my kids fishing, and it was just a wonderful experience to see it, for him to take that time and share some of his history and what he was doing there.
Yeah, what I remember about Doc was he was just a really kind-hearted man. He took the time to show me all over Johnny Moore Mountain, the places that were special to him. He was really generous, and he actually let me use his rifle the first time I went elk hunting. My rifle wasn't big enough, so he let me use his, and even told me where to aim if I saw an elk up on the top of the hill. And turned out that's what happened. An elk was on the top of the hill about 300 yards or so. Aimed where he told me to, and ended up getting my first elk. He showed me how to field dress it, and yeah, it was really, really awesome experience. So meant a lot to me that he, would spend that much time, and we had a lot of good one-on-one time. But when I got back to Oklahoma, a couple months later, I received in the mail actually this money clip that he had made for me with my elk's molar, and it's got 00 for the year I shot my first elk, and it was really special. It meant a lot to me, and obviously I've still got it because it does. And yeah, I just really enjoyed spending time with Doc, and yeah, really good guy.
Another was a memory that we had was maybe a few years later. We were hunting, and early out, late fall, but he was up there still, and he kept having a nuisance problem with a bear, and he anyway he had buckshot that bear over there by the cabin, and that bear took off towards the Corkle. And so anyway, he got in his car and drove around to the Corkle, and he come by and said, "Hey, just want you to know, I just run a troublesome bear." And by the time he got over there and was talking about it, the bear arrived over there at the Corkle, and we're like, he was saying, "Oh, we better do something about that bear." And we tried to run him back to Johnny Moore, the Doc's place. But anyway, great memories, wonderful man. It was a privilege to get to know him a little bit while we were up there.
I guess the part that I really remember most was when myself and my two boys, 13 and 15, Robert and Andrew, we did an afternoon hunt. We all got separated, and Doc was able to communicate to us on the walkie-talkies and told us how to get back to where we were really supposed to be, and basically helped me through the trying time of knowing my two boys were lost up on the hill, and night was falling soon. So he kept me calm, and he eventually was able to steer the boys in the right direction to us. So that's something that I can remember so closely. He just was very patient with us, and calming, and just a great man. Love the man. Of course, we didn't share that story with my wife for several years after that. Also knowing that there was a mountain lion in the nearby neighborhood that was threatening. So yeah, some real good memories with Doc. And again, teaching my boys how to field dress an elk better than any other guy that I know. Son still does a very good job based on Doc telling him step by step which way to field dress that elk. So just some great memories with him. Loved his smile. He was a great guy.